You're watching BTV.
Welcome back to BTV. NexOptic has essentially reinvented the lens, and the reaction from investors has landed them in the TSX Venture 50 list for the second year in a row. The technology is cutting edge, but the company's mission is pretty easy to understand.
NexOptic's mission is to deliver novel optical technologies that impact everybody's day-to-day lives. We can create fantastic imagery and keep it in a very compact form factor.
NexOptic demonstrated its proof of concept flat lens prototype telescope in April of 2017. They opened the door to the future of optical development. They call it Blade Optics.
Blade Optics is the platform that enables all this technology. There's people that are going to be able to build spectacular things on top of Blade Optics that will just be, even beyond what we've thought of so far. Rarely a week goes by in NexOptic when somebody doesn't approach us with a new idea on how we can apply Blade Optics in a novel way.
Canaccord Genuity's senior advisor, Brent Todd, sums up where NexOptic stands right now.
This company's at a really interesting stage in its development. The company is now transitioning from being a technical success and proving their technology works to now trying to commercialize a product using their technology. This is truly a stage where the rubber hits the road for investors, so to speak.
One of the first consumer products that will be built on the Blade Optics platform is a totally unique sport optical device that combines the attributes of three very familiar pieces of technology.
Imagine that triangle between binoculars, smartphone, SLR camera. This device will play in the middle of all three of those. So there's a lot of attributes from each we're going to gather, but that also means we're going to be able to gather market share from the binocular market, market share from the smartphone market, and market share from the SLR market, depending on what the end use case of the device will be.
To make this happen, NexOptic has partnered with two heavy hitters, New Deal Design, who created the Fitbit, and Synapse, an engineering firm that's worked with companies like Samsung and Boeing.
New Deal Design is the high-level design and concepts and marketing. Synapse is the engineering, the details that can actually make that happen, and they have that breadth of capabilities and proven history to really make this product a winner.
Another product in the works is a smartphone lens. It's designed to see much farther in much lower light and with greater clarity than curved lens technology currently allows. Technology futurist and award-winning author Stephen Petranek is unequivocal about the potential of Blade Optics in our visual world.
People get their information through a lens, and every one of those lenses is going to be radicalized by this invention.
When Stephen Petranek first came across the technology, he was intrigued and wrote an article for the investor newsletter he was working for. But in short order, his interest grew from curious to passionate.
I became so convinced that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I actually decided to quit my job, because as part of my job I was not allowed to invest in the companies that I discovered.
Stephen has become much more than an investor. He was invited to join the NexOptic board of directors.
I really like the people who are behind this company. They're straightforward, they're incredibly hardworking, and they're brilliant. And they've been able to attract other people like that to this organization. So it's not work, it's fun.
That may be true, but challenges still lie ahead.
We've proven now that it can be done, which that's behind us. We don't have to do any more inventing as much as we do to do engineering to make this applicable to everyday lives.
While the technology will enhance our ability to see what we consider visible, that's not the limit of its capabilities.
Blade Optics is very capable outside the visible spectrum, so imagine night vision enhancement. Imagine security cameras. Imagine what that'll do for the defense sector. And combined with artificial intelligence, now they can detect things that they couldn't before. It's just such a complementary marriage of software and hardware that I think we're starting to accelerate at a spectacular rate.
Will prototypes turn into profits? Well, perhaps 10 years from now, when your smartphone is analyzing your portfolio, it'll notice you invested in NexOptic back in the day, and it'll tell you, now that was smart.